Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Miles, Provost of New College of Florida, and it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to our 2015 commencement. Whether as family, friends, alumni, faculty and staff, trustees of the college, or New College Foundation directors, we are all here to celebrate the achievements, the tenacity, and just the plain good looks of this graduating class. As you know, New College is the honors college for the State University System of Florida, emphasizing equally academic rigor and intellectual exploration. A defining feature of New College is the senior thesis. Yes. May I continue? Yes. In order to graduate, every student must complete a capstone project, a detailed study of a particular topic, or a substantial work of art or performance. As each of this year's graduates can tell you, the thesis was the focus of their attention over the past year. I sometimes think that New College should create bumper stickers that have our logo and read, "Ask me about my thesis." Especially at your baccalaureate exam. Yes, okay. Yesterday, many of our graduates told us about their theses at New Scholars New College, our annual celebration of undergraduate research. The titles alone grab you and invite a conversation. From Catherine Mullen's Dancing Out of Bounds, the disruptive image of the tavern dancer in the Babylonian Talmud. That's good. Or from Abigail Oakes, from STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, from STEM to MAST, the incorporation of science and math curriculum into a youth sailing program. But the thesis that might qualify as required reading for all families present tonight is Delaney Verger's study, "Don't Tell Me What to Do with My Life." How parental influence on career choice and autonomy support relate to student well-being. Copies are available on request. Graduates, you can rest assured that we will not tell you what to do with the rest of your life. Just please, sometime within the next 12 months, for the sake of your beloved alma mater, continue your education or become employed full-time in any of the states that contribute to the wage record interchange system. And if you can make a lot of money, that's also good too. All right, and now it's my privilege to introduce the other guests on the platform. And I'll ask if they each to stand as I read their name. To my left, Dr. Suzanne Sherman, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Chair of the Faculty and New College Marshall. Dr. Catherine Wallstrom, Associate Professor of Biochemistry and Chair of the Division of Natural Sciences. Dr. Robert Zamsky, Associate Professor of English and Dean of Studies. Mr. Keith Monda, Chairman, New College of Florida Board of Trustees. Ms. Kathleen Killian, Dean of Enrollment Services and Information Technology. Dr. Brian Doherty, Dean of the Jane Bancroft Cook Library. Mr. Fraser Caraway, President, New College Alumni Association. And now to my right, Dr. Don O'Shea, President, New College of Florida. Dr. Izzaldine Abuleish, Professor, University of Toronto and Commencement Speaker. Ms. Jessica Rogers, Acting Vice President of Advancement and Acting Executive Director of the New College Foundation. Mr. Tracy Murray, Dean of Students. Dr. Jose Alberto Portugal, Professor of Spanish Language and Literature and Chair of the Division of Humanities. Dr. David Harvey, Professor of History and Chair of the Division of Social Sciences. Ms. Marta Moreno, Registrar. And now I introduce President O'Shea.
Let me add my welcome to that of Provost Miles. So welcome all, and a special welcome to our soon-to-be graduates. There are 177 of you. You are, as Steve said, a terrifically good-looking class, and you're also a very distinguished lot. Your class includes 3 Fulbright winners. So about 1 in 1,000 college graduates nationwide receives a Fulbright. So if this were a random process, the odds of having 3 in a class of 177 would be minuscule. It's not, of course, random. Over the last 10 years, you and your fellow classmates have won 57 Fulbrights. That's 1/3. Yes, that's 1/3 of all of them in the state of Florida. And you know, that's not bad, given that in any one year, new college graduates comprise less than 1/3 of 1% of all the graduates in the state. So your class also includes 2 students who have received State Department Critical Language Fellowships. Two who received State Department Gilman Awards. At least 1 who's joining AmeriCorps, and another who's joining the Peace Corps. Each of these is an improbable achievement. And taken together, they're a staggering testimony to the magic that your work and the support of the faculty and staff has wrought. Every one of you, as Steve said, has completed a substantial piece of artistic or intellectual work, and you have presented or defended or performed it, sometimes all 3. We, the faculty, the staff, your parents, and the larger community are very proud of you. I also want to take a second to remind you that while this day is yours and you've worked hard to earn your degree, never forget that you didn't get there all alone. None of us did. And so please remember to thank those who helped you along the way. And as you go forward and make your way in the world, please use your education to leave this world a bit better than you found it. Help others. No one exemplifies this better than our speaker tonight, Dr. Izzaldine Abuleish. He was raised in a refugee camp in Gaza. He became the first Palestinian physician to hold a staff position in an Israeli hospital. In 2009, January, a few months after he lost his wife to cancer, an Israeli rocket shell tore through his house, killing 3 of his daughters and a niece. Rather than escalate the violence, he founded an international foundation to educate women from Egypt, from Palestine, from Israel, Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan, writing that, and I quote, "When female values are better represented through leadership at all levels of society, life will improve throughout the Middle East." He has received many honors and has been nominated 3 times for the Nobel Peace Prize. And as most of you know, his efforts have touched us all deeply at New College. Before he speaks, I asked Dr. Abeleish to join me at the podium while we confer on him the first degree of the night. So Dr. Abeleish, will you come here? Thank you. So I'm going to read the citation. Iseldine Abeleish, physician, visionary, teacher, writer, father. 5 decades ago, you were a school child in the Jabalia refugee camp in Gaza. 2.5 decades later, you received medical training and degrees in 4 continents. As a specialist in the treatment of infertility, you have brought hope to hundreds, and you have been a passionate advocate for women and women's education. As the first Palestinian doctor to receive a medical appointment in an Israeli hospital, you became a bridge across the seemingly insurmountable divide between the neighboring peoples, and a proponent of a sustainable peace that recognizes both Israel and Palestine as states, and that treats Christians, Druze, Jews, and Muslims for the brothers and sisters we all are. Faced with unimaginable loss, you abjured the descent into hatred and revenge, and you worked tirelessly to turn the violent deaths of your daughters, Aya, Mayar, and Bessan, and niece Noor, into a gift to the world that honored their 2 short lives. You established an international foundation, Daughters for Life, to further women's education in the Middle East and elsewhere in the world. You affirmed life and cultivated hope by educating women who would not otherwise have had a college education. You have lived the title of your deeply moving book, I Shall Not Hate. And that tough-minded book has become a touch point of sanity and hope in a world adrift. Closer to our home, your message has inspired both the New College and larger Sarasota-Bradenton communities. 5 Daughters for Life scholars have just completed their first year at New College, and 4 more will join us next year. You've become very much a part of our community. We admire you, we applaud your work, we are grateful for it, and we are proud to be a part of it. So now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of New College, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Thank you. Thank you all. President O'Shea, Mr. Monda, honored guests, faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor and pleasure to be the first Arab and Muslim and Palestinian in the history of a new college of Florida to have this honor. And to come and speak to you, heart to heart and mind to mind. This is a moment where I am so moved and thrilled, and I dedicate this great honor to the people who deserve it. It's my beloved daughters, Bisan, Mayar, Aya, and Noor, and those who are voiceless in this world. And now I would like to address the graduate students. Let me start by congratulating you and your families as you begin your professional life. It's a promising gathering with a strong belief in the presence of hope. Do I wish to be in your place? I can say yes, because you are the hope and you are the future. It reminds me of the first day at the medical school in Cairo. I wanted to succeed and to go back home where my parents and my people are waiting for me to help them in their life, because there are serious challenges facing the world, but I believe there is no greater challenge than the lack of personal responsibility. I can say to you from today, you need to take personal responsibility as it transcends the circumstances and situations in which we find ourselves. We need to learn and practice to challenge ourselves to work for just a human, peaceful world. Question yourself all of the time whether you want to run and hide behind ignoring the problem or to integrate yourself and cooperate. I faced many challenges in my life, but as life increased my aches, pain, and suffering, at the same time, life amplified my maturity, awareness, strength, and did not allow all the difficulties to kill my dreams. I found myself in a life as challenging as a raging and wild ocean, but always I listen to my inner voice. I encourage you, always listen to your inner voice. Do it, take it. Don't say no in your life. After you try, then you can decide if you want to say no. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars, to change the world. Also, I learned as a physician what life and death actually mean when a person dies. I learned to value all lives immensely and to realize that others have needs and sufferings that I wanted to alleviate through my work as a physician. Some may see that tolerance is weakness and silence is a defeat, but they don't know that resilience and tolerance need greater power of that needed for revenge, and that silence is more powerful than words. I encourage you all of the time to dream big. Don't underestimate yourself. The first step in failure is to lose confidence in yourself. Don't reject yourself. Let others reject you. Not to blame, but to take responsibility and to move forward. This world in which we are living, it's endemic with violence, with injustice, with fear, hatred, and these socio-economic diseases They cross barriers and borders. We need to invest more and cooperate in order to achieve the security, freedom, and justice for all, which guarantees the safety for everyone in this world. And we live in a small world. No one is far from risk, and we all are impacted, either directly or indirectly, by the violence of our world. We all in this world are potential victims. We don't want to keep as potential victims. We want to be survivors of this world and free in our world. This needs honesty and the truth. And light is more than just an abstract. Light is the truth. And education that you are getting here is the light which leads you in darkness. Truth goes side by side with responsibility. It's the responsibility of all, and in particular, the new graduate students and the intellectuals of our world. Honesty and the truth mean doing the right thing in the right way, at the right time. And to endure this world, we need truth and justice. And you are here to learn and see the truth and act to bring justice to our world. You come to learn, to be enlightened, and see things differently and enlarge your universe. Education is about creating a world of justice and hope and eradicate injustice. Education which leads in you and builds a new generation which believe that advancing a human civilization is a joint active project, and that the most holy thing in the universe are humans and the freedom, because establishing a safe, secure, just and peaceful world is the function of women's education and role. That's why Daughters for Life was established, and the tragedy can't be the end of our lives. We can't allow it to control and defeat us, because Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep balanced, we must keep moving, stronger, more determined, and not to give up and not to look backwards. I wrote my book, I Shall Not Hate, because our enemies in this world, it's not the human. They are our ignorance of ourselves and others, our arrogance, our fear and greed. But the great Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran once said, tenderness and kindness are not signs of weakness and despair, but manifestations of strength and resolution. The antidote of hatred and revenge is education and success, not to accept to be a victim in life more than once. I succeeded in my life to achieve all of my dreams, but I will never forget from where did I come, and that there are millions of people in this world waiting for you and for us to give them hand, to save them and to help them. My daughter Shada, who is a graduate and will celebrate her graduation this June 15th from the University of Toronto, her journey inspires and drives me. She refused to be a victim, and education was her way out. Nothing is impossible in life. She lost the sight in one eye and 2 malformed fingers, but she didn't give up, and she will never be defeated. And that's what I say. The disability is the disability in our souls and in our minds. We are not as different as we think we are, or as the media describes us to be. In fact, we are all very similar. Look at you as a graduate, how similar and joyful you are. We might differ in matters of ideologies and opinions, but at the end of the day, our humanity never fails to bring us closer together. For humanity, in its purest of forms, knows no race, color, or religion. All human beings have the capacity for compassion. A strong building in our life requires a solid infrastructure, and so it's the case with life. One of the most important of these support pillars is human relationships. And we are born. We live and we leave this world. This is the basic human life cycle. What we do in between, and whether our death is simply our fading away, or if the resonance of our actions will continue to ring in the ears of the living and the needy people in this world, is what distinguishes us, cultivating a deep trust in ourselves and in yourself is the beginning of making a difference for those who are around us. When the power and ego dictate who can be heard, be free, and who can act, and where to go, then the whole are oppressed and impoverished. We are, and we all, bleed the same color. No cause in this world justifies the killing or the suffering of any human being. We all are human, and we all love and cry. So I encourage you, once you leave here, to look around, to ask, to learn, to connect with others, and then to act. We know how to defeat diseases and cancers. We also know how to defeat the injustice, intimidation, occupation, oppression, fear, and poverty. I fully believe that we have the knowledge, and you have it, and you learned it, the knowledge, the talent, the strength, but we need the goodwill to make the world a better one. And with hope, there are unlimited possibilities and opportunities. What must you do? What kind of people must you be? You must be people of values, vision, and leadership. You need to establish your own values. Values provide the basis for health and peace and define who we are. Values include respect for human dignity and social justice. You must promote these values and live your lives by these values with passion, courage, and persistence. You also need to be people of vision. Your visions provide goals for the future and guidance on how to reach them. You need to be leaders who translate these values and visions into actions, who call forth leadership in others, who not only do things right, but who choose to do the right things in the right time, in spite of the consequences. Don't hesitate in life to take the risks. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. You need to be leaders who don't seek personal credit for what you achieve, but who know that true acknowledgement is in the realization of your values, vision, and leadership. I came here because I believe in you, and I feel your passion and joy at this moment. So leave here, have faith, have hope, but most important, take action and do something to make a difference in this world. Congratulations again. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Go in confidence. The world is waiting for you, as you are the hope, the new and the new leaders of our world. God bless you and your parents. Thank you so much.
So next we have a performance by the New Cats, the college's long-running jazz band. It began as an independent study project in 2009, and it continues today. So the New Cats describe themselves as, and I quote, a giant funk sandwich topped with jazz and groove, but better, end quote. Tonight they'll perform Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars, composed by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and A Night in Tunisia, composed by Dizzy Gillespie and Frank Paparelli. Several members of the band are graduating tonight, so please give a special welcome to Harriet Barnes-Duke, Carly Greenberg, Alex Slater, Janine Tatlock, Zach Natali, and Lily Wall, as well as their fellow members of the New Cats. Thank you. It's a tradition to have one of our graduating speakers speak at commencement. Graduating seniors, sorry. They're all speakers. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Cassandra Corrado. Cassie was the choice of the graduating class. And I think she would have been choice of the faculty if they got to vote, too. Cassie served a distinguished term as the New College Student Alliance president. She was a determined and extremely effective advocate for her fellow students at Board of Trustees meetings and everywhere else. She's worked tirelessly on the issue of preventing sexual violence, working in the Sarasota community and here on campus, most recently as the organizer of a month of events, capped with a Take Back the Night procession. Cassie's from Westchester, Pennsylvania, and her area of concentration was literature and gender studies. Her thesis is titled Rewriting Women's Stories, Modern Adaptations of Fairy Tales and Their Feminist Implications. Some of you, I did, heard you recently on National Public Radio talking about it. And I learned there that her favorite Disney princess is Ariel, the Little Mermaid, because Ariel takes control of her own destiny. Cassie's worked her way through college. In whatever spare time she's had, Cassie can be found reading, baking, she has a really sweet tooth, or playing with one of 5 pets. Next year, she will be pursuing a master's degree in social work at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Welcome, Cassie.
Thank you all. As I think about graduation today, I think back to my first day at New College. It was my first day ever here at New College on our move-in day. I came here completely sight unseen. And I was told by Provost Miles that New College is a college that changes lives. And I was really skeptical. I rolled my eyes a lot. And I remember saying to myself, like, what does that even mean? Anything can change your life. And 4 years later, I think I understand. New College is a really special place. Our courses emphasize critical thinking, discussion, and pushing our limits. But it isn't just the academics that make New College a college that changes lives. It's the whole package. The courses, the faculty, the students, the staff, our whole community here. All of these things combine to make New College this special place. And these years are some of the most important times in a person's life. And as I look out at my cohort of 2011 and my class of 2015, I know I'm not the only student today whose life has been changed by New College. But experiencing that change has been a privilege. We have been privileged to be able to access this education, to have had access to this collaborative community. And now that we are leaving, we have a responsibility to help others access something equally life-changing. That doesn't necessarily mean recruiting students for New College or working for the foundation, but doing what you love and lifting people up through that. It means doing something meaningful. So if you see an injustice, learn what you can do to stop it, and then do that. If you want to get involved but don't know how, do some research. Ask your friends. Reach out. If there is something that you feel passionate about, do something about it. Or don't, but don't complain about something that you aren't willing to try to help fix. If it makes you angry, or sad, or scared, do something about it. Form networks of like-minded people so that you aren't doing this work alone. Start a petition, sign the petition, go to a rally, call a politician's office, use multiple news sources to get a bigger picture of what's happening in the world around you. If you feel like you don't understand, phone a friend. That's why they're there. But remember that we don't live in a single issue world. So being a PhD student in chemistry or literature or sociology doesn't mean that you can't speak out about social issues. There is no one kind of activist, no one agent for change. It takes a community. And so when you remember that you went to a college known for changing lives, remember that that change doesn't need to just happen here on our campus. You can carry it with you wherever you go. Just make sure that you actually use it. Thank you all, and congratulations. You've earned it.
So, graduates, please rise. Now, by the authority vested in me, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts from New College of Florida. Congratulations. So you can sit down and please come up individually.
Angelica Jessamine Alexander. Francis Christopher Alibro. Alexis Joe Allen. Sofia N. Allison Madrigal. Hannah Rihanna Alcacem. Stephanie Ann Altenburn. Sarah Elizabeth Janeway Amos. Eric V. Archibald Smith. Sam Lynn Armbruster. S. Louise Askew. Grace Parks Bacon. Virginia Harriet Barn Duke. Amy Lee Bartolota. Taylor E. Barton. Nathan A. Benjamin. Cassidy Bingham. Christine M. Bish. Dove R. Brenner. Brianna Marie Broquel. Emily Demi Brown. Dylan Burchett. Marlise Nicole Calleja. James Carrillo. Marie Elise Carr. Fred E. Carrillis. Coral L. Shepard Moore. Claude Faudi Chianese. Damian T. Clark. James Grayton Close. Cassandra Lee Corrado. Lisa Suzanne Curry Pochi. Clint Patrick Dawson. Sarah Jean Dennison. Julia de Sangles Bache. Constantine Michael Donau. James Rampy Allen Dickey. Gavin Dietrich. Colt H. Dodd. Casey Patrick Dodge. Egan Donlon. Chelsea N. Driver. Isabelle Jolie Duval. Alexander S. Dugas. Leah Windsor Duncan. Anastasia V. Edsel. Darcy N. Evans. Megan Joy Farley. Joshua D. Finkelstein. Andrew Fiorillo. Emily Frances Fleming. Michael J. Flowers. Jacqueline G. Faulkner. Mary Catherine Fogarty. Danielle Yvette Galen. Marina Garcia. Yates Gibson. Hannah K. Gilbert. Marisa L. Godfrey. Amanda L. Graff. Carly Shea Grinberg. Sarah Jessica Gruber. Lucia Selena Guatney. Dylan Datoli Gygax. Yannick Gonshor Jakubisin. Ashley Reeves Johnson. Madeline S. Johnson. Mariama A. Jones. Nova H. Jones. Roberto Cao. Benjamin Kearns. Jerry Lynn Knight. Ariane Marcela Copas. Samantha E. Krieger. Devin E. Kruger. Gabriel Eric Philip Lang. Tomás Federico Laster. Albert H. Lee. Olivia Tal Levinson. Batia Levy. Sara Linares de la Torre. Sierra L. Lips. Jessica L. Loeb. Van Lupka. Thank you, Van. Elizabeth Major. Robert D. Manley. Morgan Ashley Mann. Miranda Elise Margolis. Melissa Cristina Marquez. Dorgan Winter Martin. Victoria Lauren Matsuki. Anne McCabe. William Bernard Macaulay. Kevin Doyle McCombs. David B. Miller. Sarah Michelle Minio. Fusha Del Mar. Gabriel Emilio Monterrosa Metairón. Tonya Moore. Catherine Renee Mullen. Zoe K. Musishka. Nikita Vladimirovich Miyulai. Zachary M. Natali. Jennifer L. Ng. Jonathan Wellesley Niles. Benjamin W. Norman. Abigail Jean Oakes. Catherine M. O'Brien. Julianne Ohanian. Sarah Elizabeth Oldham. Aaron Christopher Ollinger. Olive Frances O'Mara. Amber Nicole Parker. Kina Piyush Patel. Elaine Christine Patterson. Sean G. Patton. Yes. Harris Adele Peteranish. Jessa Navide Plattner. Trisha Potmesil. Tyler Pratt. Peter Austin Rabb. Hillary G. Ramirez. Christopher D. Rapp. Paige A. Rowitz. Diane Bismuth Regie. Lando B. Ringle. Anita Maria Roberti. Sherry N. Rose. Caroline Taylor Rothenberg. James Nolan Rourke. Ariana Genevieve Ruolo. Tanya R. Russell. Elish Catherine Mary Ryan. Nicholas Benjamin Sheffer. Emerson Schroer. Samantha L. Saylor. Megan K. Shea. Reed P. Shelley. Billy J. Shin. Nancy Kane Shipley. Jacob Alexander Slater. Elizabeth L. Sokol. Aiden Stockdale. Kaylin Tennyson Swan. Taylor E. Sweet. Janine Louise Tatlock. Sarah Elizabeth Tu. Ian Michael Thompson. Megan A. Thompson. Jason Michael Ryan Thornton. Patrick Von Tonneson. Stephanie A. Tonneson. Calvin Ryan Trout. Julia J. True. August Hathaway Tupper. Michael Joseph Twillman. Alexander Neil Twitmeyer. Hugo van der Mee. Delaney G. Verder. Robert J. Ward. Megan Danielle Weber. Connor Manning Wells. Jenny Lee Wheeler. Forrester F. White. Reed Wilson. Lily Beth Wall. Emma Claire Woolen. Jessica Jean Wapinski. Tiffaine Ophélie Jérémienne Leroy. Victoria Whoop Suber. Rachel Elizabeth Zucker.
At this time, it's appropriate to congratulate the newly graduated students. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. So, it is also appropriate, for the newly graduated students to express their appreciation to the faculty, their families, and all who have supported them in their progress toward graduation. I think you made more noise than everybody else. Great. Well, you're good. And finally, an event like this could not happen without substantial behind-the-scenes work. So I'd like to thank the staff of Physical Plant, also the staff in Student Affairs, the Foundation, and other college operations. And above all, from my own office, I'd like to thank Shelley Wilbur, who directed it all behind the scenes. So, will the platform party, faculty, and graduates please stand for the recessional? And the rest of the audience, could you stay in place until the platform party, faculty, and graduates have recessed? And you're all invited to join the graduates in the reception under the tent just back there. See you in a few minutes.
Sugar.